In the realm of extraordinary circumstances, where ordinary individuals are thrust into the crucible of fate, tales of resilience and heroism emerge as beacons of inspiration. This is one such story, a testament to the indomitable human spirit set against the backdrop of Mount Macedon, a picturesque township nestled 64 kilometers northwest of Melbourne. Mount Macedon, crowned by the magnificent Macedon Ranges, forms the southern tip of Victoria's Great Dividing Range, boasting a treasure trove of natural wonders and cultural gems. Today, this region, blessed with the Macedon Regional Park, draws tourists from near and far, a testament to its enduring allure. But rewind to a fateful morning, November 8, 1948, and a chilling incident pierced the serenity of Mount Macedon. The Australian National Airways airliner, the Karana, a Douglas DC3, bound for Deniliquin, hurtled into disaster, crashing in a pine plantation owned by George Nicholas. Amidst the wreckage and chaos, one figure emerged, an air hostess named Elizabeth Charlotte Fry. As the plane tore through the canopy of trees, the very wings and tail of the aircraft were wrenched asunder. Flames and chaos engulfed the scene, yet miraculously, 19 passengers and a lone crew member found themselves, against all odds, alive. 7 passengers bore the scars of the ordeal, 2 of them severely. Tragedy had already struck with the loss of Captain H. Warlow Davies and First Officer James Barrington Keyes, whose lives were extinguished in the blink of an eye. Captain Davies, a 27-year-old with a fighter pilot's spirit, had 5,000 flying hours to his name. The 38-year-old, First Officer Keyes, had logged 4,000 flying hours and left behind a 3-year-old daughter. But amidst the wreckage, a beacon of courage emerged in the form of Elizabeth Charlotte Fry. Moments before the crash, she had been preparing to serve breakfast to the passengers. The impact hurled her violently to the floor, rendering her momentarily incapacitated. But the flames, inching closer to the front of the cabin, spurred her into action. With unwavering determination, Fry urged passengers to flee through the rear door, flung open by the impact. She knew that the plane's fuel tanks held the potential for catastrophe, and she herded passengers away from this impending danger. 3 brave male passengers joined her in a perilous mission to check on the pilots. Captain Davies hung lifelessly from the cockpit, and Captain Keyes groaned, trapped on the other side. Together, they rescued them, laying them on the ground just moments before the flight exploded into an inferno. Remarkably, just a week later, Fry was back on duty, showcasing resilience that left the world in awe. On May 4, 1949, she received a Silver Salver from Lloyd's of London, an inscribed tribute to her unparalleled bravery. In 1950, Fry entrusted her awards to the Gisborne and Mount Macedon Districts Historical Society, ensuring her legacy lived on. On August 31, 2011, Elizabeth Charlotte Smythe passed away in Reno, Nevada, USA, after a valiant battle against Parkinson's disease. Her courage, however, remains etched in history. The flight's tragic deviation from its intended course was a critical factor in this harrowing ordeal. Originally plotted to cruise at 7,000 feet, Captain Warlow Davies had requested a descent to 3,000 feet, a decision that was granted. Unbeknownst to them, this altitude was safe only if they had adhered to their planned route. Mount Macedon, towering at 3,324 feet, lurked ominously on the aviation charts. Hints of the impending catastrophe had surfaced, with at least one passenger noting the aircraft's westward drift. A stud farm, which he wished to point out to a fellow passenger, appeared on the right instead of the left of the plane. The pilots, it seemed, failed to detect this dangerous shift, leading the plane into a dense cloud. It was only when the massive mountain loomed terrifyingly close that they realized their peril. Desperately, the pilot pulled up, guiding the plane into the pine forest, engines silenced to avert an immediate explosion. On the 50th anniversary of this heart-wrenching incident, the Karana Memorial graced Mount Macedon, a poignant reminder of both tragedy and triumph. The Karana itself was a remarkable aircraft, a Douglas DC3, or Douglas Commercial Type 3, arriving in Australia in December 1937. It became the flagship of Australian National Airways until World War II intervened. Requisitioned by the RAAF for air, sea rescue missions and coastal patrols, the Karana found itself embroiled in history. Returning to civilian service in 1940, it played a pivotal role in evacuating women and children from New Guinea to Australia after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Throughout the war, it embarked on secret missions and trained USAF crews. With the end of war in 1945, the DC-3 fleet expanded, but the sands of time eventually saw newer aircraft taking center stage. In the annals of Mount Macedon's history, the tale of the Karana, the crash, and the heroic actions of Elizabeth Charlotte Fry remain eternally etched, a testament to the extraordinary courage that can bloom even in the direst of circumstances.